capping out 2025. I'm here with a freaking killer, Sean Young, brother. Thanks for coming out. You flew in from where?
San Diego.
San Diego, California. And I just wanted to quickly interview Sean. So Sean, where did you get started? You're right now, he's in the insurance and financial industry, right? Mm-hmm. Where were you before that? Let's take it back like 5 years ago. What were you doing?
5 years, I was active duty in the Marine Corps, traveling all around the world. And I was pretty much staying in that career thinking I was going to do it long term.
So you were active duty in the military, and you said at lunch you were thinking about doing it for at least 20 years.
Yes.
And then you got into your space how?
So in 2020, my dad passed away, and I ended up taking on a big financial hardship, and just made me realize the importance of money. And I got prospected actually to come into business, and I really saw value in insurance. I saw value in finance, so it was a no-brainer for me up front.
So when you started off your insurance gig, you got recruited into your insurance gig. How long did it take you to start building out your business? Was it a while? Did the spark hit right away? How did it work?
Yeah, honestly, I saw it for like as soon as I came into business, I saw an opportunity for me to grow and scale. So like I feel like unlike most people in my space, they try to focus on making money first before they start building it out. And I focused first on building. I was like, I'm going to build a big agency, and I'm going to figure out everything else along the way.
Right, because I always say like the 40-20-40, where I say it's like, you know, like the first 40 is prospecting, the middle is the sales, and the last 40 that people never get is the building, right? So you started with the end in mind. You're like, if I'm going to be inside of this game, I'm going to do it the right way from the get.
Absolutely.
Because you weren't thinking about doing it for 6 months, transactional income. Now so you worked in the financial industry for how long now?
3 years.
3 years. And your biggest year was how much this year?
Yeah, so we're doing around $80,000 a month passive.
$80,000 USD. Yes. I say USD because I have an international audience. USD a month. Yes. And when you say passive, can you clarify what do you mean by passive?
Yes, like I'm not writing any more sales.
And because that comes from building out a team.
Building a team. The infrastructure is there. We've trained all the agents to be fully independent.
Wow. And your team members, let's say your top 10 people, what are they at right now per month?
Averaging around $20,000 to $30,000 a month.
$20,000 to $30,000 a month, and that's strictly through financial services.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question. I have a good question. What do you think is the differentiator from somebody making 6-figure plus a year inside of this industry from somebody that can't learn how to make the first $1,000 a month? What's the differentiator from a $10,000 monthly earner from somebody that can't? What do you see that can't make $1,000 a month? What do you think the differentiator is?
They don't have enough belief in the business. So I feel like the size of your team is a reflection of your direct belief in the business. And until you are able to buy in and have conviction that what you're doing is actually helping people, then it's going to be very difficult to grow.
Did you ever feel like inside of your business you ever had to like push and shove people to join, or your just belief came off as enough confidence for people to join?
Yeah, I think because I came into business with conviction, and because I came into business with an idea that, man, you know what, like my dad passed away and he didn't have anything and my family needed something like this. I know for a fact I can help other people do the same exact thing.
So you started off in the Marine Corps, which essentially means your building blocks for business were minimal to none.
Oh yeah.
So absolutely. Like you weren't in marketing, sales, door-to-door sales before?
No, nothing.
So you
all.
came into the insurance space. Wait, this is important. You came into the insurance space with nothing. With like, of course, I think the biggest building block that you have, we can't say you have none, because you had the persistency, the dedication, the heart, the passion, you had all that. But aside from that, because from the Marine Corps, you developed so many skills that translate inside of business. But in terms of sales skills, marketing skills, entrepreneurship skills, leadership skills may have came in from the Marine Corps too as well, I assume 100%. But you came in with nothing inside of this space in terms of business and sales and marketing.
Right, nothing at all. I did notice something though. I realized that all the Fortune 500 company CEOs, 163 of those CEOs were Marines. So
wow,
which is insane. So I realized.
Say that again.
163 of the Fortune 500 company CEOs are Marines.
Wow.
So I realized that Marines are built for entrepreneurship. Even though we may not have experience in the industry, we know how to adapt and overcome, learn things that are new, and run with it.
So, and now you came into this field in 3 years. Was obviously you know me from sales. I want to switch it now from
Right.
sales. You know me from sales. You started following me because of sales. Question: Did you feel like sales was essential to learn to grow your business to like $80,000 a month?
100%. As a leader, I need to understand sales because I need to teach my team exactly what to do.
Right.
And if I don't have an opportunity to lead by example, then I'm never going to be able to build a successful team.
And right now, do you train your team on sales?
Yes.
You're in my sales school.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
100%. Well, I leverage everything that I learned from you, and then I also get them. Hey, you guys should get into Daniel G's school.
So it's like it's train the trainer type of deal.
Yes.
Like whatever is applicable, because not everything I say is completely applicable to your business. So whatever applicable to your business, you're training it to the downline and team, etc. Does your team own that they're in sales too as well? Like the good people, do they own that they have to learn how to sell?
Absolutely. Yes, 100%. It is needed because we're gonna have so many different objections. People are not gonna want to do something, but there's always a way to overcome it. I feel like you're really good at helping people understand that.
You know what we were talking about at lunch, which I think is important for people to understand, is that you're in an industry, and by no means do I get paid to fucking say this. I don't get paid to promote you guys, your industry, company, nothing. I don't have no financial attachments towards me saying this, but I think you specifically, you're in an industry where it's like you get double commissions because you get a commission from a client and you can make commissions from your team working hard. And that's double residuals, which a lot of people don't understand. A double residual from the policies that you guys can sell annually, plus the residuals from your team actually selling. And that active builds such big momentum, number one. But number two, the most important thing is like everybody needs it. And like that is the most important thing. Like when you're inside of a business where like everybody needs you and you could talk to everybody, that should be like, for me, that's like the most motivating factor, bro. Like that's what I was saying at lunch. Like I get hyped over the shit where I'm like, wow, you guys have to understand, like if you're in direct sales, network marketing, where you have the ability to sell a product, sell an opportunity, or bring somebody in a business that everybody fucking needs, everybody becomes your client. You shouldn't be happy just because the compensation, the products are good. Yes, of course.
Right.
You should be so happy that you're inside of an industry like direct sales, network marketing, where every single fucking person on the street can become your client. Like to understand that your opportunity doesn't keep you in jail, because everybody's always like, well, sales is risky or network marketing is risky or the financial space is risky. I'm like, what's risky is being an extrovert, is being part of a job, and that you can only make money throughout those job hours 9 to 5, and that you're inside a jail, and that you can't talk to somebody that just served you great and go change that person's freaking life. I said, that's freaking risky. I said, most people that are in sales, direct sales, network marketing, they should be so hyped up that they're so abundant, that they have such an abundant opportunity because people are everywhere. There's 7+ billion people. They're in such an abundant opportunity that every single person that they could talk to can become their business partner. And I think for me, that's the most exciting thing in itself. Because a lot of people ask me, why do I train direct sales rep, network marketers and stuff like that? I say, it is the only profession in the world, like sales, network marketing, financial services. You can go to any freaking person and they need the fucking products. Everybody wants to look better, change their life, change their health, change their finances. What's risky is being part of a career or a job where you can do freaking more, where you could talk to people, where you have charisma, where you have a good product, yet your job doesn't allow you to talk to everybody.
Right.
And the only thing that is abundant aside from money is a lot of people. There's no shortage of freaking people. So like, I don't know, to me, working a fucking job is risky. Working entrepreneurship, if you got good discipline and you got good charisma, I think, and working in business, which you guys are, I think it's furthest from risk, because like, especially for you guys, everybody's your customer. Everybody needs insurance.
Right.
Everybody needs to protect their wealth. And then at the side of that, if not, everybody wants to make more money, which you could do. And that's the most beautiful thing apart from it, because that's how you build confidence in that industry, aside from it not just being so freaking risky, that you can control your income. Like, it is the only job where I think you can control your income, because you can control your work ethic. It's the only job at the end of the month where you're like, you know what? I got such a great opportunity that McDonald's won't let me flip more burgers and work more than 50, 60 hours. But inside of your business, you can work 120 hours in the weekend towards the end of the month, you can go talk to more people, and then boom, you can sign up somebody on a policy and make how much commissions?
Hundreds of thousands on one sale. Off the...
What other career would do that?
I won't do that.
Bro, what other career would give you 30%?
You guys are gonna recruit Jamil after
I
this.
know, right?
You got your next recruit, bro.
All right.
So why, the question is this, why can the company pay out, because we hear these numbers like crazy, let them go through, why can the company pay out 133%?
Yeah, so I mean, insurance companies are very great options traders, and they have a very big backing. So every single business in the entire world has to go through insurance. So they're able to take a lot of the money. And here's a mistake that most people make when they are buying insurance. A lot of people will buy term, and only roughly 2% of term life insurance policies pay out to a beneficiary. So they have a lot of, they have a lot of backing, which is not necessarily a bad thing, because the insurance is going to be good if the client needs it. But they have so much backing, they have so much money on the back end, that they're able to understand that this is a long-term client that we're going to have for maybe 30 or 40 years, that we're going to be able to make some money on top of it as well.
Ah, okay, got it. And then my other question is, do you make annual commissions from those renewals too as well?
Yes.
How does that work out?
Typically a couple percent, maybe like 2% on residuals.
Annual. So if my plan's like $5,000, you can make a couple percent on it.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Wow. So you're collecting an annual residual, upfront, high commission.
Yes.
So really what we're talking about, it's monthly recurring revenue with like residuals when you build that book of business. And then it's also straight ahead. And it's a high ticket sale upfront.
Right.
Plus the opportunity to build.
Yes.
What a killer compensation plan.
Right. I think I realized too, like, so when it comes down to like building an agency, a lot of people question like, okay, where does the extra money come from? Like, how am I able to make passive income from having a team? And the way that I kind of break it down for people that can't understand it is, all of these Fortune 500 companies that we work with, they're spending millions of dollars a month in marketing. And when we build an agency and sell their products, they spent $0 in marketing. So they have a lot of money that they would have spent in marketing that they get to invest back into the agents in the field. And we consider that an override, right?
So I love that you that's the best example that you can give. Like, that is like, when people ask how does, because when people are like, oh, but like it's a pyramid, do you ever get that or no?
Yes.
Yeah. So like, when people are like, oh, but your business is a pyramid, how do people at the top make so much money? They just don't understand. Like, when people don't understand leadership, like sales leadership, direct sales leadership, network marketing leadership, multi-level marketing leadership, they don't understand the way companies spend their money. Like, they're just uneducated, because everything's always going to work inside of a pyramid.
Absolutely.
It's just where business owners decide to spend their profits. And you just broke it down so well, where it's like, yes, in a traditional sales company, right? Or in just a traditional company, when the company profits $1 billion, they go give it to New York Times Square and go give out those $1 billion to go market promote in traditional magazines or like pay newspapers and stuff. And inside of your guys' companies, inside of direct sales and network marketing, if somebody understands it, when the company makes a lot of profit off the sales, instead of going to pay an advertisement, $5 million, they take that $5 million bonus, they put it back inside of the commission plan, because the reps now become the marketers and promoters of the product. They now become the New York Times Square, and that's the reason why a rep can also make their sales commission and at the same time make their marketing and leadership commission, because they now become the promoters of the product. And then when you see somebody cranking out $1 million a month, yes, they have a team of 5,000 people, 10,000 people that become promoters of the product. The company will pay you the $5 million inside of the compensation plan instead of giving it to McDonald's or Wendy's or whatever the case is. And to me, I think it incentivizes work ethic.
Absolutely.
If anything, it is the most fair way to incentivize people, saying the person that works the hardest, promotes the most, sells the most, should get paid the freaking most, should get all the bonuses. There's some companies where you're a sales rep or you're a rep, you work the hardest, you market, you build the most, and you make such a little freaking bonus. Inside of direct sales network marketing, the way your guys' compensation is designed, that if you work the most, you promote the most, you lead the most, you build the biggest freaking team, you should be at the top of leaderboards and you should get paid the freaking most. There should be no company in the world where you work the hardest and you get paid the least, right? And then some people always say like, oh, well, you know, you're in a pyramid company. Well, show me a company where you can work the freaking least and still be at the top.
Right. The military is a pyramid too. We got our commander-in-chief, the president, that makes more money than all the people at the bottom.
Right. And they have more power and they have more influence.
Right.
And you control your power and influence, which is completely fair too as well. Like you have the ability to what I love about this too as well is like you have the ability to have, you know, influence too as well. Like you can influence your team to do better and grow. Like the beautiful thing I think aside from this is like the whole lifestyle change in general, like how you guys can actually like influence people to be better individuals. Right. Because you're training people to become leaders and it strengthens their relationships. Like nobody really talks about this too. Like I'm sure your whole life has changed.
Absolutely. 100%.
Has it in the last few years?
100%. Yeah. I mean, I never had like a set of values that I truly live by. And in my company, we believe in 5 F's: faith, family, finance, fitness, and fun. Because you can make all the money in the world, but doesn't mean you have true fulfillment in life. And I feel like us living by those values, it's created true fulfillment for us and everyone on our team.
So you would say in the last 3 years, internally, you've changed as a person.
Oh yeah, completely. Yes.
And I think like that to me is more important than anything because it's not what you get it to, you become inside of the process.
Right.
Because like now you could take this and like, you know, everything's better inside of your life. You can inspire more people inside of your life. And that's another thing people don't talk about. Like as you're on your way to leadership, like when you become a better leader in business, you become a better leader with your family, your friends, your loved ones, everybody around you, and even just for yourself. In order to lead other people, you constantly got to lead yourself every single day. So you got to get more fit. You got to constantly stay up to date on your mind. Anyways, bro, this was a good section of the interview.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, G. Thank you so much.